Hello and welcome back to the Wrestling Group. I am your host, as always, Ryan, and we are going to be discussing AEW's Dynamite, and the finish of Dynamite tonight, especially, was fantastic. You know, every match was great. I had an absolute phenomenal match at the beginning of the show between Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland. Ended in a time limit draw, so we will now see Samoa Joe versus Hangman Page versus Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship at Revolution, and I cannot be more excited. Hangman and Swerve have been phenomenal rivals against each other. I can't wait to see them mix it up with Samoa Joe as well at the pay-per-view. Absolutely phenomenal match. Like you keep saying, it was just so good. They doing the storyline of them two. Like, I would watch them two go at it every single week. They are that good against each other. It looks like we're getting a double turn as well. Swerve is literally in the middle of pinning Hangman. He gets the two, and then it goes bing bing, time limit draw. So then we have Swerve doing the whole, the 5 minutes more thing, which is synonymous now with time limit draws in AEW. And Hangman goes, "No, you had to beat me to get a shot at the belt. You haven't beat me. You don't get the shot at the belt." So then he goes up the ramp. Tony Schiavone then gets an announcement from Tony Khan to say that the match will now be a triple threat match at AEW Revolution, and Hangman goes nuts. He goes insane. He's screaming. He's going mad. So it looks like we're getting the Hangman heel turn and we're getting the Swerve Strickland face turn, and it is going so well. Honest to God, like I don't stay up and watch a lot of Dynamite with being on at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So luckily, being off work, I've got the option to be able to do that. And one of Dynamite, I decided to tune in and watch live. Really, really good reactions to this match and announcements of the triple threat match on Twitter. I actually stayed on Twitter as well and went through it to see what the reactions were while watching it. Like I said, I don't get to watch a lot of it live because it is 1 o'clock in the morning in the UK. But great match to start the show. We had Tony Storm face Red Velvet. A decent enough match, but we all knew Tony was going to pick up the win, and she did do. And then we got a face-to-face again with Deonna Purrazzo. I think they've booked her really well since she's coming to AEW, and I can't wait to see her versus Tony Storm at Revolution as well. That's going to be a good match. And I expect Deonna to come out on top as the AEW Women's Champion, and I'm so looking forward to that. She's been brilliant in TNA, and I did enjoy her work in Ring of Honor as well. Then we had the 6-man tag match with the three dudes from CMLL versus the Blackpool Combat Club. I'll be honest, I haven't watched a lot of I haven't watched any CMLL. I haven't. It's just one of them things. But you know what? They put on a really, really good 6-man tag match with some really exciting and fun stuff that they've done. Storyline with this is already better than what they've done with AAA, and they've been associated with them for a while now. The storyline's going really well, especially with the Blackpool Combat Club. We had the three guys at the ringside. I'm sorry, I apologise, I don't know all the names yet, but I will learn them because they are really, really good to watch. They come in. We had some more of the AEW locker room come out, like Daddy Magic, Christopher Daniels, and the likes of them to help fend off. So it's like a mini sort of invasion style type storyline, and they're going against the Blackpool Combat Club right now, which is really good and really fun. So that was another good match as well. What I wanna, obviously, Tony Khan's big announcement was the show that's going to take place in Boston. And now we all know that's going to be Mercedes Moné coming into AEW. It looks like they're going to make a big deal out of it. So that's going to be interesting to see where that goes. It looks like is it the week? I think it's the week after the Revolution pay-per-view. So we could well have a new AEW Women's Champion by then. So that was the big announcement today. Was the new show. And like I say, it's going to be in Boston, so pretty sure it's Mercedes Moné coming in to AEW to be the face of the women's division. Like Tony said, it's going to put everyone in pro wrestling industry on high alert. AEW are playing big time again. Then we go on to the main event. I got to talk about the main event. Sting and Darby Allin versus Big Bill and Ricky Starks. Another really, really good match. Oh, sorry, I missed out. Kenosuke Takeshita versus Chris Jericho. It was okay. Far too much Don Callis interference. Cost Chris Jericho the match. I feel like Takeshita, having beaten Kenny Omega, shouldn't really have needed help to beat Chris Jericho. But obviously Jericho is a legend in wrestling. He's still one of my favourites. But I feel like Takeshita should have really went over clean on this, like what Powerhouse Hobbs did a few weeks back. I don't think he needed the interference. I think it was a bit crap, to be honest. But they're pushing on, obviously, with Chris Jericho and Don Callis storyline. Don Callis jabs him in the head with a screwdriver, and Takeshita makes Chris Jericho tap out to the walls of Jericho, which was interesting because I don't think that's ever happened before to Chris Jericho. So that was an interesting ending. I just don't feel like we needed so much interference is what we did get. Sammy Guevara come down to attack Powerhouse Hobbs with a steel chair and then hit him with a cutter as well. So obviously it's going to continue Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho being a team together. But anyway, let's get on to the main event. So we have the absolute icon in Sting and Darby Allin face off against Ricky Starks and Big Bill for the Tag Team Championships. And what a great match it was. Really good decision to make it a tornado tag match. So obviously they went through the crowd, weapons were used. They reiterated the fact that rope breaks don't matter. Such a good match. A couple of occasions felt like the champions could retain. Ricky and Big Bill, I'm not their biggest fans, but they played their roles so well. And at one point, we even seen Ricky Starks hesitating on hitting Sting with a spear because it looked like he had a little bit of empathy for Sting, obviously being the icon that he is. And again, still has not been pinned in AEW. But then he hits the spear and Sting pops that shoulder, manages to pop the shoulder off. But really good, solid match again. Big Bill and Darby Allin take a tumble off the side and go through the tables. Sting hits the Scorpion Death Drop. 1, 2, 3. Sting and Darby Allin are your new tag team champions, and I can't wait. This is just phenomenal. We see Sting and Darby with the belts in the ring. They get presented the belts, which is a really good visual. Sting in 2024 being a champion. Sting, I grew up watching Sting. Like, the first time I was watching wrestling was in the 90s, and Sting was a big deal then. To see him with a championship now is just fantastic. It's like full circle for me, sort of thing. His sons are in the front row. His sons get in, celebrate with him. My God, don't his sons look like Sting? Like, they do look like him. The two fellas, they look the spit of him. The big fellas as well, to be fair. Which was a nice effect. We had all the confetti come down and everything. Big massive deal. He's won it. He's won a championship again. And then how come your EVPs of AEW, the Young Bucks, come and attack both Sting's two sons and Darby Allin with bats, dressed all in white, which was a great visual because when they busted Darby Allin's head open, all the blood down the suits just added to the extra visual. As we know, you're going to get Young Bucks versus Sting and Darby at Revolution, and it's now obviously going to be for the AEW Tag Team Championships, and I can't wait. We're getting a more brutal style of the Young Bucks, which we haven't seen for a long time, and it's just everything going towards Revolution is going in the right way. This could be one of their best pay-per-views yet, and it's hard to say that because AEW put on absolute banger pay-per-views. They don't miss with the pay-per-views. So I can't wait. This feels like, it sounds mad to say at only 5 years old, this feels like old AEW. This feels like the AEW that we all loved right at the beginning. And starting to find their way back to that. And it is so much better. This Dynamite could have been a pay-per-view and you wouldn't have grumbled at it. It was that good. So if you haven't watched it yet, be sure to check it out, especially the main event and the opening match. Hangman vs Swerve, you can't sleep on that. Fantastic match. And then, of course, the main event was brilliant and a really, really good feel-good moment seeing Sting as a champion in 2024 as he looks to bow out his career at Revolution. You know, it's fantastic for Darby Allin as well. I'm a massive Sting fan. You know, he's already going to be tied to Sting anyway through his AEW legacy of them teaming together, but now they've put the tag belts on there, his name will be linked in history to Sting, and it just solidifies it with that tag team championship win. So I can't wait. Hopefully we'll get to see Sting and Darby defend the belts a couple of times before Revolution, as we expect obviously the Young Bucks to beat Sting and Darby to take the belts at Revolution. So hopefully they do like an open challenge or something, and they do a couple of defences leading up to the pay-per-view. That would be cool. I'd rather see that than them just not do a title defence, because that seemed a bit pointless. But with how brutal the beatdown was at the end of the night, who knows, we might not see them for 2 or 3 weeks now. But obviously that pay-per-view is fast approaching, March the 3rd for Revolution. So that is the recap, the review of AEW Dynamite. A phenomenal show. I recommend everyone to check it out beginning to end. It is so good, and I'm really, really excited for Revolution, the pay-per-view. And again, I just want to say I can't believe Sting is a champion in 2024, and I think it's absolutely phenomenal. It's not like where we've seen other wrestlers come in and win belts, like go back to Bret Hart in 2010 with the US title. That was sad to see. You know, he wasn't really quite going then, was he? But look at Sting, he's been brilliant. You know, again today in the match, he does another high spot, like he jumps off the up in the crowd, you know, where they have the thing where you can go into the back and you come in and out to find your seats. I can't remember what it's called, but he jumps off the top of that. Like, the age of him and he's still doing stuff like that is just brilliant. Really, really good. I can't wait. I am excited. If you haven't got it yet, I am really excited about Revolution. So let me know in the comment section below. Did you enjoy last night's Dynamite? And are you happy with the outcome of Sting and Darby Allin being the new tag team champions? As always, give me a like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and be sure to check out more wrestling related content coming your way very, very soon.